Hello, Isaac. I am here at Elocoya State Park, and I am on a beach. But you know, it's a pretty cold beach right now. The snow is just starting to melt up here. Can you see right there? That is a block of ice floating in the water. Here's another one right there. And if you look out into the lake, out there, there's still some ice sheet out there covering most of the lake. It's just now starting to melt, but it is still winter time, and there's still some ice and snow on the beach. There is also a couple really cool things I want to show you. Over there, see those mountains on the horizon? They got a little bit of snow on the top. And then there's other mountains way back there, kind of behind the clouds. Those mountains, Isaac, I think those are volcanoes. Old volcanic complexes. Now, not volcanoes like Mount Rainier type volcanoes, but it's where those igneous rocks were rising up and they cooled and they created what's called a pluton, which is sort of a dome of volcanic rocks, igneous rocks, and some of them made it to the surface. That's pretty cool. Now, behind those clouds, way back there behind those clouds, that's where Mount Washington is at. And Mount Washington is part of the White Mountains. It is the tallest mountain in New Hampshire, and it also, here's something really cool, buddy. It has the highest wind speeds ever recorded on Earth by a person at the summit. Winds over 200 miles an hour. Amazing, incredible fast winds. Something else I want to show you, that this is really kind of cool. Can you see how you have the ice and the ice is melting and the water is flowing and coming along through here? See this? Now watch what happens here. This is like a miniature little river, and the water is carving a channel through the beach and down to the water like a little canyon, and then it's spreading out into the lake. You see that? So right here, this feature that you're looking at, that is a little miniature delta. Remember at that last stop when I showed you the sands at the base of that delta that was created when the glaciers melted? Well, this is like a really tiny version of that same process. Can you see the sediments coming down? Can you see the sediments being carried down through here? Those sediments are coming from up higher on the beach, and they're being deposited out into the lake in little lobes, and they're building out this delta into the water. See how it's sticking a little bit further out into the water than the rest of the beach? That's the same thing that we were looking at back there at that other stop, just much bigger back there. So another thing, look at the color differences. Can you see the differences in color here in the sand? Some of the sand is very dark color, and other parts of the sand are much lighter in color. Got two on my hand, the darker color and the lighter color sands. Those are comprised of different minerals. The black minerals are a little bit heavier, denser than the lighter minerals. These are probably quartz, and these are probably things like hornblende and biotite and things that have a lot more iron and magnesium in them. because of that, they get winnowed out. They get separated by density so that you get sands of different colors layering together. And you can dig in and you can look at where those layers run through the rock or run through the sand. Can you see here in this delta again, where you have the sands that are being moved through? And can you see the black ones are moving a little bit differently than the lighter colored ones? That is that same process. So, I think this is pretty cool, buddy. So I'm gonna walk back over here and talk to my friends. And I will catch up with you later. Bye.